Hi, everybody. I hope that everyone sees me on here. I need to get this thing on. Okay. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on Facebook on the live Lunch and Learn. This is my very first one. I am Tiffany Fulcher, CEO and founder of MomSpace. And MomSpace is an online membership-based community for entrepreneurial moms. So I am going to be doing a weekly Lunch and Learn at 1:00 p.m. Central Standard Time for anyone who wants to jump on, and I'll just be talking about how you can build a better business and what types of tools and strategies and things you can use to create more revenue, more profit, to learn how to just build a more efficient business. So thank you guys for joining me today. Now, as you can see on my agenda there, I talk a little bit about what today's objective is, and it's really to just help small business owners and entrepreneurs learn the tools to create ongoing leads and generate more revenue in their businesses, even if they don't have large marketing campaigns. And I know so many small business owners really struggle with, having all of the money that they need in order to grow a really successful business. So that's what we're working on today. I'm going to pull this out and see if that helps. Uh-oh, I might have lost you guys. There we go. All right, so I like to start off with a quote most of the time when I do something, so I'm doing a quote today. And this quote says, "Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant." And marketing is similar to planting seeds. You do it over and over and over again, right? The goal is to get in front of your ideal audience, to get in front of your ideal clients. If we ask questions, yes, I'm going to answer the questions at the end. I'm to tell you guys that. So I'll populate your questions and I'll be able to see them. Okay. So I'll answer your questions right there at the end. Thank you for asking that. But marketing is similar to seeds. And each day you're putting yourself out there in front of your potential customers, right? And each day builds on the next. So what you did the day before is building on the next day and the next day, and on and on and on. And over time, with consistency and patience, your potential customers become actualized customers. So the path to greater revenue really requires you being consistent and being out in front of your ideal audience and campaigning that audience on a regular basis. But in today's market, that campaigning is very, very competitive because so many people are out in front of their ideal audiences on a regular basis. Just think about all of the campaigns and marketing that you see every single day that's put in front of you as someone's ideal customer. And so many people would argue that the man with the most money wins, right? And to some extent that's true because, those individuals who have the money for large marketing campaigns, well, they get in front of their ideal customers more often than those of us who have smaller amounts of margin. But there's still a lot that entrepreneurs and small business owners can do to grab their piece of the pie. And so that's what I'm going to talk about today. And I don't know about you, but I would prefer to have a little bit piece of the pie than nothing at all. So it's important to understand that what you get out of today and those strategies that you use can help you, increase your revenue for where you are right now. So I'm a firm believer that what you do over time, over and over and over again, and you begin to perfect, that thing grows and it actually begins to work for you. So the strategies that I'm giving today, all of them may not be perfect for your audience particularly, but try one and see if it works. If it doesn't, try something else, but perfect that thing. Go over and over and over and over it again and again. Okay, so remember, marketing dollars are all about ROI. So wherever you're putting your time, your energy, and your money, you need to see a return on that investment. Don't just continue to put yourself out there and you're not getting anything from it. I mean, even if you're spending $10 on marketing, you need to see $15 or $20 come back. So focus on your return on investment on all of these strategies that I'm going to give you today. So 4 lead generation strategies that you can use in your business if you have limited funds. Again, we're talking about someone that has a small marketing budget. And I think it's important to note that for those companies that have $1 million launches or that have businesses where they're making this huge amount of money whenever they put out a new product or service, they are spending a lot of money in marketing, a lot of money. You know, if they're making $1 million, they're probably spending, 40 to 30% of that in marketing. So those of us who don't have that kind of money to spend on marketing, these tools are actually effective for us. So the first one is webinars and demos. Now, I personally love webinars. I've used them over and over and over again in my business to not only generate leads, but to also close sales and to increase my revenue. And the best part about webinars and demos is that people love free information, right? That's the reason why you guys are here. But people love free information. And so this will help them get an inside view of your product or service. Hey, Teddy, I think that's how I say your name. Even if it's a physical product. So you can always do a live demo with a current client or current customer. Because people that have physical products ask me all the time, how do I get in front of my ideal audience if I don't have foot traffic or people are not here? Jump online, do a live stream like I'm doing. Sit somebody down that knows your business or has one of your products, and have them do a live demo and let them tell, everybody what they love about it. It's a great way to show people exactly what it is that you have to offer. And it gives them an opportunity to experience it, quote unquote, in a virtual environment. You can invite people to attend that demo or that webinar through social media or through, networking groups that you have online. And be sure to collect email addresses and use that list to connect with those individuals after you do the webinar or the live demo so that you can continue to plant that seed over and over and over again. Again, it's about establishing that relationship, planting that seed, talking to that individual over and over and over again so that you're not, losing out on potential customers just because they didn't buy the very first time. So the first one is webinars and demos. The second one is resource guides, ebooks, and white papers. Now, these are similar in function to webinars and demos in that you're providing free information. The difference is that your ebook or your white paper, your resource guide is going to be far more comprehensive in nature. You probably want to offer some statistics in there, some research data that allows people to see, hey, this is a great product or service that I don't have, but I need based on, the fact that most people in my industry have it, or most people in my industry use it, or most people in my industry think that it's efficient and it's helping them in their business. These differences help you not only create more of a scientific reason why people need your product or service, but they can also be updated and used over and over and over again. So if you create an ebook today, you can use that same ebook 5 years from now with the right research and the right information. Again, this is just a way to bring people in I'll tell you a little bit later. Thank you for asking. Bring people into your world, what exactly it is that you're selling, what you have. White papers, I'll answer now. White papers are similar to like statistical data. So if someone is in a service-based industry, someone's like in a health service industry, or say you're in a sales type industry and you want to offer a white paper, that's going to be something that's going to have more statistical type data. It's going to be more researched, similar to an ebook, but just a few pages that are far more in depth in terms of research. I don't know how else to put it, but that's what white papers are. So if you use those and you create one, they're a great marketing tool. Like I said, you can use them over and over and over again. You can update them in 5 years and use them again. So the goal here is to, again, collect those email addresses from individuals. So make sure that you have a dedicated landing page. And when those individuals download their information, you're grabbing, their email addresses so that you can send them into lead generation, talk to them, build that relationship, and spend time with them again and help them to learn what it is that you have to offer. And then in due time, after planting that seed, they become an actualized customer. So the next one is social media marketing. Now, if you're not using social media marketing right now, I am so upset with you right now. Social media marketing is the least expensive tool on the market with the highest return on investment. I'm going to say that again. Social media marketing right now is the least expensive tool on the market with the highest return on investment. And I'm not just saying that. I know that personally. I've used it in my business. The beauty of social media marketing is that you don't just have to use one particular tool. There's Facebook ads, there's Twitter ads, there's Pinterest ads, there's Instagram ads, there's Google. There's so many different things that you can do to get yourself out in front of your ideal audience using social media marketing. Now, Google doesn't technically fall under social media marketing when you're setting up a Google account and allowing yourself to create ads there. But for this purpose of this particular training, I went ahead and put it in there. But there's so many different ways to get yourself out in front of your ideal audience. The other beautiful thing about social media marketing is that it's global. So the minute that you put out an ad, everyone in the world has the potential to see that ad. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, that was not the case. You had to spend a lot of money in marketing to get across the water, to be in another continent, where you had to go there. You had to be in front of those individuals. Now, within simple click of an ad, you can be in South Africa, you can be in Australia, you can be all over the world. So you've got to use social media marketing to your advantage. It's a wonderful thing. And for women, if you have a woman-owned business and you have a product or service that is geared towards women, Pinterest ads are amazing, okay? They are the lowest cost ads with the highest return on investment. Again, something that I've personally used and know. So I highly recommend you using them. And so many people are not using them right now that their cost is low, but in due time, all of that is going to explode. So take advantage of it now while you can. And I think that about every form of social media marketing right now, because big companies are not using social media marketing as much as they will in the future. So that's why the ads are inexpensive. They're not as expensive as they will be probably in 2 to 5 years as ad campaigns begin to grow. So as a small business owner, take advantage of the opportunity to build generate more leads and build your revenue through this avenue that you've been given. What I will suggest is that you don't go in and say, okay, I have a marketing budget of $400 this month, and I'm just going to throw it all behind one ad. No, take your time, create an ad, spend $5, $10, maybe $25, see if it works, and create more than one, maybe create 2 or 3. If they work, great, you can put your money behind it. If they don't work, go back to the drawing board and start over, but don't throw everything you have into, that first opportunity to put out an ad. Okay. So again, remember to use a clear call to action. Ask those individuals for the sale, tell them, hey, this is what I have to offer. Ask them for the sale. Be sure to provide value. People aren't going to buy just because you're you, but don't be afraid to get out there in front of everybody with those social media ads. So number 4 is email marketing, that can be used in conjunction with all the things I've said before. So your Facebook ads, your webinars and demos, your white papers, your ebooks. Email marketing is basically your community. Those are the people who already know you, they like you, they semi-trust you, depending upon your relationship with them. You've collected their email address, you've kind of given them some value. These people are already available to you. Don't be afraid to ask those people for the sale, but give them something, incentivize them, give them a reason to want to buy from you. So give them some discounts, offer them something special. When I was writing this up and just getting ready for this training, I was thinking about one of my favorite stores to shop at for my girls is Justice. I know they're crazy high, but I like to shop there for my youngest daughter. And I noticed that when I go to my email every single morning, Justice has something new in there for me. They're always like, oh, we have 10% off, 15% off, 5% off. And I don't always take advantage of that. But when I get ready to go buy something, I go back and look and see where are those discounts. Not only that, they are top of mind. So when I get ready to go buy something, I'm thinking, oh, I know Justice sent me something yesterday, or they sent me something last week. So I'm going to go and see if the girls need new shirts, or do they need shorts, or whatever, they're top of mind for me. So you need to be the same way with your email list. You need to be top of mind, offer them a reason, incentivize them, offer them a reason to buy from you outside of, let's say, someone else who's offering a similar product. How do you stand out amongst the crowd? You provide value to the people who love you, and then you incentivize a reason for them to spend money with you. Okay. So my last one is blogs, and I personally love blogging. I've been blogging for a long time, and I feel that every business should have a blog. The beautiful thing about blogs are they're an inexpensive way to show off your expertise. You can do everything on a blog. You can create a video, you can do a demo, you can do an interview, you can just write something. I mean, blogs are a great way to show who you are in your industry. And the beautiful thing about a blog is all of those different pieces can be connected to what's called SEO. And when you drive your SEO, you can be, set up in Google where you wrote a blog about something and someone just goes on and says, hey, I want to learn more about floral arrangements. You wrote a blog about it and bam, there's your flower company right in front of them. So blogs are a great way to be in front of your audience on a consistent basis. And I tend to blog every week and write new things every week so that I can get content out in front of the people who have an interest in working with me. And that could be something that you could do as well. Just like I just mentioned, if you have a brick and mortar, say you have a flower shop and someone has an interest in how to make a floral arrangement, they might change their mind based off of what you said and just come down and buy some flowers from you. So you want to get out in front of people in so many different ways, and blogs is another great way to do that. So that's all of them. That's all 5. I'm going to go over them again. Webinars and demos, resource guides, ebooks and white papers, social media marketing, and blogs. And I just want to say this, don't be afraid to market your business. I know that people get antsy, they get scared, they get overwhelmed. They're like, oh no one's gonna, they're not gonna buy. Don't do that. Don't be afraid to ask for the sale. Don't be afraid to get out in front of people. They're not going to know who you are or what you have to offer unless you get out in front of them, unless you're campaigning on a consistent basis, unless you're planting that seed every single day and allowing it to grow day by day by day. And with consistency and patience, those relationships that you build will turn into actualized customers. I have people who have joined my membership community and become a customer of mine who I've had on my mailing list or, had in front of me for an extended period of time. But because I became shy about asking them for the sale, they didn't even know that there was an opportunity for them to buy something from me. So you have to get out in front of people. You have to not be afraid. Doesn't matter what your budget is. It's about the hustle. It's about getting in front of people and letting them know, hey, I have something great that you want. And make sure and offer people value. Value is more important than quantity. What is it? Quality over quantity? Absolutely. I would rather have value-driven products and services and have 1 or 2 than have 15 things that people can buy from me, but all of it sucks. So make sure that you're driving people to value, okay? Thank you guys so much for jumping on today, and I'm going to answer your questions here in just a minute. But I'm so glad that you guys jumped on today. I'm going to be doing these every Thursday at 1 o'clock. So you want to jump on next week. And if you have some other people that you want to invite, tell them to come as well. And each week I'll be doing something different. Okay. And before you leave, make sure that you get on my website at www.tiffanyfulcher.co. And I'm going to put that on here. You can download a copy of my free ebook, How to Build a Six-Figure Biz with Kids. And with the ebook, you can get into my mailing list, okay? And you'll get to know all about my community as well when you go onto my website at tiffanyfulcher.co. So I'm going to grab some of the questions that you guys had because I see them on here. Hi, Deetra. Okay. Oh, no, you're fine. Okay, I answered the white paper one. Was there any more questions? I'm going to post them up here. Anybody else have questions before I go? No? Okay, well, thank you guys so much for joining me live. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad I jumped on the broadcast. And again, I'll be doing these every Thursday at 1 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you want to invite other people, make sure that you do. And I'll have new content every single time. And don't forget to log in to my website at www.tiffanyfulcher.co, and you can get a copy of my free ebook, How to Build a Six-Figure Biz with kids. Okay. Thank you guys again.